EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It's time for some football at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the New York Giants and the Buffalo Bills. Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're off and running from Western New York. Return starts from the goal line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by one of the faces of this sport, Brock, a one-of-one quarterback who graduated from humble beginnings in Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
Look up game changer in today's NFL, and you see Josh Allen right at the top of the list. Really, one of the only guys in the league who can make the play with his arm or with his legs in just about any situation. The guy is a game changer.
He's going to be stopped right around the 37. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Bills have a first down. We've set it downs from 37. Handoff now from the gun. He brushed him off with ease. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Brought down by Paulson Adebo. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. He's got Khalil Shakir. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Allen now on first down. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you.
All set to go now from the 35. Throwing now on first down, Allen. It is caught left side. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is that completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, a running back in the flat.
To the air again, Allen. Downfield, and Shakir has it. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills finish up an excellent opening series. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Greg Zuerlein for the point after try. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Here's Devin Singletary on the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Giants out and getting set for their first drive. And they'll be brought out by the 2025 first rounder out of Ole Miss. Here's Jackson Dart.
One of the really cool things about Jackson Dart's career, both high school and college, is every step of the way he just kept getting better. And that's what the great pros do. Joe Burrow, Lamar, Josh Allen, they never rest on their laurels. They're constantly striving to be excellent. It's exactly what Jackson Dart did collegiately and what he'll have to do professionally. I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
It's Tracy on second down. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they can be facing third down to begin this ballgame.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. With the gun this time, here's Dart. And Bills get to him. He's brought down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
It's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3-and-out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. Here comes the Bills offense for their second drive of the game. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to. Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Offense to the line, second down. Running back sent in motion. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He's going deep this time. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for third down.
When that ball left his hands, Kate, he envisioned a massive play, and he nearly saw it happen for all the wrong reasons. What a great effort there defensively to track the ball and be in position to nearly pick it.
Allen on third down. Got his man. Shakir has it. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
1st and 10. Here's Allen. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. To throw again, it's Allen. That's complete to Coleman on the slant. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
1st and 10 from the 43. Give now to the running back. And a solid gain there, Brock, of about 5. Takes him inside the 40-yard line. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He completes it in traffic. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
First down throw for Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards. Second and 6 coming up here. Allen looking to throw. Gets it quickly to Palmer. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills pull that in front further. 13-zip. To rock this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Zerline on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills double their lead to 14. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. On the return, this is Singletary. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this second down. From the gun, here's Dart. And the Bills get to him. Down he goes. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Gets everything he has under this one. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Here's Jamie Gillen on again for the punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Bills and Joshua Palmer set to go to work again. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know these teams, they track every step of their players. Many of them wear GPS units in their uniform to track how much mileage. I don't care what the stat sheet said of how long that gain was. That dude ran a long way, all the way across the field, but it paid dividends.
On first down, Allen. Going right back to Kincaid, complete. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll come up on first and 10. Working inside the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catch.
This is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a 20-zip lead. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Zerline on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. On the return, this is Singletary. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play. Giants lining things up. First and 10. Design bootleg here. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They gain 11 on that play, and the Giants are going to have the first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. And now they face 2nd down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
That's going to throw again here on 2nd and 10. Jump off, caught by his back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Trying to get in with the option here. And he's brought down beyond the marker. So a first down for them as we've hit the 2-minute warning. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. On first down, here's Dart. And Bills get to him. He's brought down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Darts out of the shotgun. Like a good target, Brock. Neighbors is there. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they're not going to get it. Stop short of the line to gain. This is going to be 4th down now. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Well, they're in a pretty big hole already, Brock. They're going to pass on the field goal and keep chasing that touchdown. No run, it's Scatterboo. And the defense escapes. And a nice drive going, but the defense gets off the field by forcing that turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground, to power it across. But there was no overcoming a front, just as equally motivated to get off the field.
Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
And in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Allen now on first down. Throwing the out route complete. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got it downfield near the edge. That play good for 17 on a first down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. To the air again, Allen. Short pass brought in. Short pickup on the play to about the 40. Drew Phillips making the tackle. Third down, they need 7. Third and long. They're going to throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. That's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
They send out Greg Zuerlein for the field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. This is running out of gas, and it's going to be short. Looked like they had issues with that snap. And the lead does not change. It's still 21 points.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Under the gun this time, here's Dart. Finds him on the slant. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory. The Giants using their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Here's Dart. That's Robinson on the slant. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. This is a 50-yard look from the right hash. This kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Gunnar Olszewski now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So to begin the third quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. And play action with Dart. They left him wide open. It's complete. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They get 35 out of that play. And it's good for a New York first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Dart looking to throw. Finds his target, Robinson. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. About set. This is 3rd and 5. To throw. Here's Dart. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that third down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
All right, looks like this is the moment they're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on fourth. They'll go. Here's Dart. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Fits it through the middle. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Cordell Flott there on the stop. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Brought in right side by Kincaid. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first. Throwing here, Allen. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front. They fired off the line knowing a run was coming, and boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Allen on 3rd down. This is brought in by Coleman. And into the end zone it goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills push their lead further to start the half. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say, it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
Line on now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Bills grow their lead yet again. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. On the return, this is Singletary. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending and the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. From the gun, here's Dart. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. To the air on 3rd and long. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
The Giants are set to punt. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. Starts the return at the 34. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Allen setting up play action. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up 2nd down.
Small little jab there, finally landed by the defense. Able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that. Stay on the gas.
Second down, Allen throwing again. Finds the in route complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. So now here's 3rd and 5. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Allen on 3rd and short. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They moved the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
The Bills with a punt team out there. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. And he sends this one straight up, trying to stick them deep. The Giants offense all set to get started. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They go right back to Tracy. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. Bills bringing an extra DB out. 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. It's caught right side by Johnson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10 from the 32. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it inside the 10. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Giants who are going to have it to start the 4th quarter, partner, in a game that seems pretty far out of their reach. 4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he gets in, touchdown! The Giants putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants make it an 18-point game. Gano ready to send this away. They'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Allen on the play action. That's brought in downfield by Kincaid. Oh, this big guy is moving! Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills put up even more points in a win. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
Right there. That is why teams will draft tight ends and take them really high in the draft, especially when they could be game changers after the catch. That was just a dynamic effort.
Zerline on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills continue piling on to this lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Return. This is Singletary. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. Now here comes the New York offense. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. On 1st down, here's Dart. He's running with it. And he's going to slide down here. Picked up close to 5 before the slide. It's going to be 2nd down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Dart out of the shotgun. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. A handoff to Tracy. Finds a nice lane there, and that's good for 6 yards.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution of plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. Short pass brought in, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Here's start now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they make the tackle at the 38. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
Kid, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
And the Bills get to him. Down he goes. And their fourth sack of the game right there brings up second down.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem? Defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is second down and 18. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Hits him on the in route. And they make the start. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Throw here, 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
You know, one thing I noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. Absolutely fires this one right side. He's got it deep downfield. And he has the New York touchdown. The Giants making the scoreboard look a touch better.
Every touchdown's got its own story, but for me, Kate, that one's all about courage. Courage of that receiver to run all the way across the field. Courage of the quarterback to know it's going to take a little extra time. That courage paid dividends for 6.
Gano for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants make it an 18-point game. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Bills are able to secure this kick. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Well, Brock, it only took them 1 play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And bring the tight end left. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills about set to celebrate this win. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. yard here, Brock. It's going to be third down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Give him 8 on that one. And the Bills have a first down. All set to go now from the 35. Counter. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
Kate, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during a game, and that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with a twist, and head the other way for a big run.
So it's the Bills who come away with the win. See this in every sport, Brock. You come in as a big favorite. You want to make a statement, right? Get a convincing victory. And they were able to achieve that one here.
Yeah, especially at home. It just means a little bit more when you protect your own turf in any sport, but especially in the NFL, where you get, what, about 8 or 9 of these, maybe more if you get home playoff games. Playing this way, they set themselves up for future playoff opportunities.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from Buffalo.